Hello and welcome to the technical demo for my Pong game. This is a very simple game. As you can see, it's got just 3 scripts, one for the ball, one for the paddle, and one for the game controller. So let's go through the game controller script first. So here we store variables and handle things such as the score. And we also handle spawning in the ball. So at the start of the game, the ball is spawned. That's what void start spawn ball does. And yep, this is handled here, where we instantiate the ball. So this is where we handle when the score gets updated based on the position of the ball. So if the position of the ball is below an X value, so if it's too far on the left side of the game, then it'll award the player one some score, and vice versa. So this handles updating each score based on where the ball is on either side of the screen. So instead of using collision boxes and triggers to do this, we use the direct position of the ball to determine whether or not it's out of bounds for each player. Let's go through the paddle script. So here we have things such as the speed and which player is being controlled. And in the update method is where we update its vertical axes based on how much is being pressed. So if either WS or up and down are being pressed, this will move each character respectively. So that's a very simple paddle class. And then the ball class. So this is where we handle the minimum speed, the maximum speed of its X and Y value. And here we have the difficult multiplier. So this is when the ball bounces multiple times. This starts to ramp up the speed of the ball. So at the start of a game, it chooses a random direction and a somewhat random speed to fire in, but it's sort of a slow to medium speed. In the game, the borders are referred to as limits. So we have a top limit and a bottom limit. So here we handle what happens if the ball collides with either of those limits. So if it's the top limit, we know to flip its Y direction. And if it's the bottom limit, we know to flip its Y direction again in the other way, so as to keep it bouncing inside the middle. Here's also a bit of functionality for playing the noises. And for colliding with the paddles. So if it collides with a paddle, then we flip its X direction so it goes back the way it was coming in. So that's the ball script. And that covers the game. It's a very simple game, very basic. However, pretty important concepts learned, such as spawning, ball movement, paddle control, and things like that, and score elements. So thank you for watching the technical demo, and I shall see you next time.